7:30 here on BBC1.
Two vodka, good shots. Are you okay, Laura?
Bit lightheaded.
Hey, come on. What's wrong?
Oh, I'm all right now. I'm whacked. All these shifts.
Well, you asked for double doses.
I need the cash, James.
Hey, Laura!
It's a new strain of skunk cultivated to have exceptionally high levels of THC.
What's THC?
The active ingredient in cannabis, the bit that makes you high.
So it's very potent.
Well, yeah, it can trigger psychosis and even a casual user.
Well, if it's moving to Leatherbridge like it did in Manchester, it could be swamped.
Well, the police are doing all they can to identify the main dealer, but we need to do what we can to.
Right. Anyone for a coffee?
Always.
Please. Hey, I bumped into Nigel last night when he was leaving and he said the weirdest thing.
Nigel and weird in the same sentence. Ooh, what a surprise.
Yeah, but he said something about me having someone lovely by my side. What's that all about?
Oh, who knows with that creep? Come on.
Coffee.
Great farm, Alec. You see a great farm. I see endless hours of hard work.
Stop your moaning.
Do you want a quick tour? Will the others get here?
Yes, please. I'll just get her out. Animals are her thing at the moment. You haven't got any giraffes, have you?
Afraid not.
I wondered if you might be selling up.
Oh, I couldn't. This place is my life. Want to have a go?
Oh, yes, please.
Sometimes I come out here at dawn. And the sun's just creeping over the fields. And all the animals are starting to call. And I think how blessed I am.
What in heaven's name happened to you?
Accident at work, it's nothing.
Did someone hit you?
I bumped it. Don't go on, Dad, I'm exhausted. Just need a rest.
You know I don't like you working in that bar.
Yeah, I know.
You're better than that. Why don't you give up?
Can't hear you.
I can step up your allowance until you go to university.
Thanks, but I don't want an allowance. I want to be earning for myself.
So you're throwing my offer back in my face?
Oh, Dad, let's not do this. I'm too tired.
That bar obviously isn't a safe place to work if you're coming home with injuries like that. Or is it that boyfriend of yours? Are you hiding something from me?
Don't bring James into this.
He's not right for you.
Nothing's ever right for me. I can make my own decisions about where I work and who I hang out
I
with.
just want to be sure that you're safe and happy.
You know best.
At least get that head checked out, make sure it's not concussion. Will you do that for me?
Oh, did you hear her? Did you see her? Very gentle. What's on your mind?
Colin.
Ronnie spoke very highly of him. Sounded more like a friend than a client.
Peas in a pod, those two.
How are you coping?
It's been hard. Still hard.
Yeah, that's only natural.
It's been a year now. I still fall apart every time I see something that reminds me of him.
Would it help talking it through with someone, do you think?
Oh, I don't know, George. Maybe. There's always so many other demands.
You've got to look after yourself, Alex.
Got a good doctor to do that, haven't I? Joe, I couldn't have got through that angina diagnosis without you.
That was a bit of a shock. I'm a bit on the young side for angina.
Yeah, thanks to a lifetime of smoking. I don't even want to think about angina. With Colin going so suddenly made me terrified of dying.
Look, angina's manageable.
Yeah, but still, you know, what would happen to Quinn if I did die?
So, you work at the Icon?
I've seen you there. You and your friends are better behaved than some of the people we get in.
Well, that's good. Does that mean I can have a tab?
No.
Is your tetanus up to date?
Yeah, I'm a good girl.
So, you were unconscious?
For about a second. They don't like you lying around on the job.
Well, I hope you got the kiss of life from that fit barman.
Which one?
The grungy one.
You like him?
He's all right.
It's my boyfriend.
Oh, well, you've got good taste. He looks like a bit of a bad boy.
That's what I like. Drives my dad mad, though.
Oh, well, that's what boyfriends are for. Well, at least it's one of their uses. So, this actually doesn't look too bad. Come on then, how did it happen?
You know me. I do love a good moan. Things aren't as bad as I make out.
I'm glad to hear it. You've got to stay positive.
You know, I've been having school trips here. Kids run right over the place. That keeps me occupied.
I bet they love that.
Yeah, they do. And puts a little bit back in the coffers.
How's Quinn?
Oh, he's been great since Colin died.
What, helping out around the farm?
Yeah, all the heavy jobs. It's brilliant. Couldn't have got through it without him.
Where's the sugar?
It was on the windowsill.
Alex?
There you go. I'm a bit worried about you fainting like that.
Oh, I'm just run down. Overworked.
I still think you should see a doctor. Is there something you're not telling me?
I just need some space to sort things out myself.
Laura, are those needle marks? Are you injecting yourself?
No.
It's a bit of a funny place to have them.
Are we done?
Do you want to tell me where they came from?
No, I don't.
Okay, but promise me if you're in any trouble or anything's worrying you, you'll get back in touch.
I'm fine. Okay. As bad's my dad.
It's all right, George.
Well, clearly it's not.
I don't want any fuss.
Are you taking your medication?
Yes. Yes. Statin for the cholesterol, aspirin, a beta blocker. You crack the whip, I jump, okay?
Look, I'm not just your doctor, I'm your friend, and I'm worried about you. You mustn't overdo things. I can see you're stressed out.
Yes, I am. Sorry. Look, it's past. I'm fine.
It's all right, I'll do that.
How's Ronnie getting on? Now he's out on his own.
Well, it's not easy, but he's determined.
Our own business is always hard.
Listen, I never got a chance to thank you for all the support that you gave him. He really went out on a limb fighting Leatherbridge police.
There's no point being a counsellor if you can't put it to some good.
Well, some days it just felt like you were the only one prepared to make a stand.
I don't shy away from a fight, particularly when it's something as serious as police corruption.
Yeah, well, Ronnie won't forget what you did.
Well, I have to say, I was a little outspoken in the press about all the twisted things that Leo Jackson did.
You, outspoken.
And as if by magic, they gave me a role in the police consultative committee.
Oh, I bet the police are happy about that.
Yes, I'm going to be breathing down their necks for some time to come.
Here, this is for you.
Oh, I've wanted this one for ages. Thanks.
How's that teeny-weeny little bump of yours?
Fine, thank you for your concern.
You wimp.
Seeing the nurse kept Dad happy. Job done.
I'm sick of the way he tries to control you.
Try living with it.
You need to get away from him. Have your own life.
Here we go. I left home at 16 and I've never looked back.
I'm sorry for taking an interest in your well-being.
Dad's just got on my case since Mum died.
But he's on the parade ground now. Up 2, 3, 4, yes sir, no sir, 3 bags full sir.
He thinks the way I turn out is all down to him.
You need to break the chains before it's too late.
Bye. Say bye-bye to the chickens. Bye-bye, chickens. Don't overdo it, please.
Oh, feet up at every opportunity.
If you're worried about anything, call me. Promise? Promise. Bye.
Bye.
I wish I had some money.
But you'd be raking it after all those shifts at the Icon.
It's not enough. If I go to uni as broke as I am now, I'll be just as trapped.
University's just books. Waste of time.
Slightly controversial.
You need to experience life. I've got a surprise. I'm going to quit work.
You're walking out on the Icon? I thought you said it was easy money.
I'm going to travel around Europe for a bit. Chill out in Paris, sip a cappuccino in Rome. Sound good?
Yeah.
Great. Then forget university and come with me.
Hello.
Yeah, good time.
It was great to see Alex again.
She's a character.
Yeah.
George, can I have a word?
Yeah, sure. I'll see you later. Don't forget to put her down for a nap on time.
I never do.
There you go.
Come on, let's go see if we can find a bus. Thanks a lot. Take
Bye.
care.
The police want a word with you about your patient.
Oh, yeah, dear, I'm awkward. I arranged to meet her here. Where is she?
If this tip-off's right, we've got our strike dealers all ready to be tied up in a nice big bowl. Right, this isn't time to be tripping over your feet, lads. We're going hard, all right?
You are not going to Europe with that layabout. I forbid it.
Dad!
Giving up university? What are you thinking?
I can always pick it up later.
When you're 30? 40? When you've lost every chance of getting a good career?
I'm only going for a year.
You are not going at all. That's final.
I need...
You need to get your future and your security sorted out.
Oh, stop talking to me like that. I'm 18.
Then you should know better.
Let me speak. I think I love James.
Think? You're prepared to throw it all away and you're not even sure?
I don't want to lose him. We're just getting things together, and if he goes off...
Your responsibility is not to that barman. It's to me and your mother.
I'm not talking about responsibility, I'm talking about love.
Your mother loved you like I do. Every spare penny we had went to your university fund. It's going to be the bedrock of your future. That was always the plan.
The plan.
If you walk away from that, you've got nothing.
Why don't you trust me to make my own plan?
Because you've proved that you can't. That job, the boyfriend, getting so exhausted you can barely stand. You don't know how to look after yourself at all.
Well, I don't need you to do it for me.
Fine. Don't go to university. I'll wash my hands of you. You can be on your own as you clearly want.
not your day. Sarah 1 from Sierra Oscar. Shoulder of mutton, Whittle Street. Full IC1 males detained. Over. Get off.
Mine as well. What is that? Lager. Struggling with that, I think. Have me a drink, please.
Yeah, just...
What's going on? Something's not right.
What's going on?
No. Finish this.
I'm sorry for coming back again. I feel like such a loser.
Don't be silly. Sit down. I told you to, remember?
Is there anything you can give me to keep me going?
What do you mean? Drugs?
If you can't sort me out with something, maybe I should see a doctor.
Look, we're not here to dish out pick-me-ups every time someone feels a bit tired.
I'm not just tired, I can barely stand.
And it sounds to me like you're working too hard.
I am. Shift after shift after shift.
Well, there you go. You need to take a break, have a rest.
I can't. I need that money.
Well, the last thing you need is a pick-me-up. You'll end up with exhaustion. No, what you need is a nice little holiday.
No, I've got to keep working. I need money. Lots of it.
Well, come on. Chop, chop. You've got work to do.
Why are you in such a good mood?
Well, if you'd pulled what may well be the main stripe dealers in Leatherbridge, you'd have a smile on your face too.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, they were sampling their own stuff. Would you give them the once-over, see if they're fit for questioning?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, and one of them's cut his hand. It's not bad enough for A&E, but you better take a look at it. Don't want him bleeding to death.
I don't need the money for drugs.
What then?
Botox.
What?
The injections cost a fortune.
Why do you need Botox injections?
It gets really hot in the bar at night and I sweat a lot. A lot. I'm self-conscious about it.
And the Botox helps to control it. The condition must be pretty extreme, though, to need Botox.
The first night we met, my boyfriend laughed and called me slimy.
There's nothing wrong with a little sweat.
It's more than a little.
You work in a hot, busy bar.
James carried on making comments every night. I got really embarrassed.
Antiperspirants?
They didn't work, he said.
It sounds to me like someone's got a problem and it's not you.
I thought maybe I'd try Botox once or twice, just to keep him quiet. But the shots are so expensive. I had to pretty much work around the clock just to pay for them.
And in the end, you felt so tired, you just went with the flow. Look, why don't you speak to one of our doctors? Make sure you really need the injections. Because it sounds to me like you don't.
But James...
He'll support whatever decision you make, if he really cares for you. You know that. If you weren't feeling guilty, you'd have told me about the Botox when I first noticed the needle marks.
How many spliffs have you had?
What's your point?
This might hurt a bit.
It's all right. Can't feel anything.
Make the most of it. You've got all 5 minutes, all hell breaks loose.
James, I wanted to tell you I decided to lay off the Botox injections.
That's just stupid.
Can you be any more harsh?
You want to go back to oozing sweat? You've got to deal with a problem like that.
The nurse reckoned I didn't need the injections.
You saw the nurse? What, my opinion don't count?
That's not fair.
That's your call. If you think it's the right thing to do.
It is.
I've got my ticket to ride this afternoon. And I reserved one for you. Europe, here we come.
Well, hang on, I haven't made my mind up yet.
First you want Botox, then you don't. Now you can't make your mind up about Europe. What is it with you?
Well, it's a big decision.
You have to do this. It's in your best interests.
What?
You need me to drag you off. You'll never escape your dad on your own. Now, here we go, back to work. You do as I say, all right?
How did Quinn Haverley cut his hand?
Took a swan dive on a broken pint glass. Is he fit for questioning?
No, not yet. You sure they weren't smoking stripe?
Well, it wasn't the lager that made them googly-eyed. Why?
Well, there's nothing to indicate that they were using stripe.
All right, well, ask me again when the sample comes back from the lab. Anyway, the others have all been questioned. They can go, but I'd like to hang on to our Mr. Haverley.
How much did he have on him?
Tidy amount, about an ounce.
Or wouldn't that be classed as personal use?
In 2 separate bags. A court might think that's because he intended to sell it.
Any priors?
Caution for speeding when I was 19. Yeah, I know it's borderline, but if Quinn Haverley is our stripe dealer, I'd rather have him in here than out there.
Leave my daughter alone.
Or what?
Don't push me.
Well, yeah, I know. Ex-army, snap me in half like a twig. You can't bully everybody to doing what you want.
You're the one forcing Laura to ruin her life.
By giving her some freedom.
Leave her alone!
And I repeat, or what?
What's going on?
Stay out of this, Laura.
She's coming to Europe with me.
Oh, stop it, both of you.
You want to turn her into a failure just like you?
Stop it! Stop fighting over me!
Hello?
Mum?
Where are you?
I was getting worried.
Down at the police station.
What's happened?
I've been arrested.
They're trying to set me up for some drugs charge.
Mum?
I'm here. Tell me what happened.
I was just having a quiet drink and they hauled me out of the pub. The police went mad, Mum. My hand got badly cut.
You all right?
Yeah. It was awful.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
But this isn't going to be good for you.
Oh, don't worry about me.
Mum.
I mean it, Quinn. They've picked on you to get at me.
Just because I took a stand against all the corruption down there. Leave it with me.
Look at them. They both know what's best for me.
And what do you think's best?
Dad's always been like that. Do this, do that. This is what's best for you. No discussion.
But he still loves you.
Yeah, he does. It's his way of showing it. Protect me from everything, even making the wrong decision.
Well, dads can be like that.
He never used to be so protective. Then Mum died, and it was like he felt the only way he could deal with all this massive new responsibility was to control everything. I miss Mum. She was always so free and easy.
My dad died recently. Mum's still finding it hard to cope on her own. Must have been hard for your dad to bring you up by himself. And all that on his shoulders.
After all these years, I feel like I don't even know my own mind. Pathetic. I'm not like that.
I can see that you're not.
And then James came along and he seemed like a way out. He just manipulated me for his own hang-ups. Is this it then? I'm going to follow the same pattern all my life, getting pushed around by men who think they know better.
It doesn't have to be that way. You can stop it.
Look at them. They don't even notice I'm not there.
Look, you need to decide what's best for you, and then tell those two to back off.
It's plain victimisation.
Let's just stick to the facts. Did Quinn have drugs on him?
Yes.
Did you know he was using drugs?
I suppose I turned a blind eye.
lots of kids Quinn's age dabble in drugs.
You know, I'm scared the police have got it in for him because of me.
Oh, don't worry, I'll get straight onto it.
Oh, thanks, Ronnie. I don't know where to turn.
I'll give you a call as soon as I've talked to Quinn and I've got some idea what the police are planning to do.
Okay.
Tell me one thing you've done for anyone else in your entire life.
Just get out my bar, old man.
Now listen, when you are old enough to understand...
Listen to me, both of you. I'm going to university.
But...
It's what I want to do. You'll know where to find me when you get back from Europe, if that's what you want. You can take that smile off your face. You haven't won.
You have finally seen sense.
I have. University is my choice, all right, not yours.
I've only ever wanted...
What's best for me? Yes, I've heard it a million times, Dad. You have got to give me more space, or you're going to push me away. I can get my own place until I go to university.
There's no need for that.
It's all about trust. Trust me to make the right decisions, or the wrong ones.
I don't want to see you get hurt.
Well, you'll be there to pick me up, won't you? Well, while you're thinking about that, I'm going home to get several days' sleep.
Where are you going?
Quinn Haverley has been hauled in on drugs charge.
Oh no, poor Alex.
She thinks it's revenge for her campaign against the Nick.
Surely they wouldn't risk that.
Police are going to regret this.
I can't stay long. I don't want him kicking up a stink and stopping me coming tonight. I'm trying out for a place in the group above.
If you'll excuse me while you assess Quinn, I'm going upstairs to make a formal complaint to the Chief Superintendent.
You shouldn't leave a sick man on his own like this.
It's very easy to get drawn in and then end up with egg on your face.
Street Doctor from North Wales tonight at 7:30, but next on BBC1, can you spot the dirty, rotten cheetah? The one to watch tonight.